Welcome back to the Arduino beginner course. Today you'll learn everything about the breadboard, how to build your first LED circuit with a resistor, and then we'll upgrade it to a 5 LED sequence animation. This is where you start building real circuits on a breadboard, so let's jump in. This is a breadboard, and is the easiest way to build circuits without soldering. Let me show you exactly how it works. The breadboard has two long power rails at the top and the bottom. The red line is usually the positive voltage, and the blue or the black line is ground. These rails run horizontally. All the holes on the same line are connected. Set the meter to continuity mode and touch here and here. It's the same electrical connection. In the middle section, the holes are connected vertically in groups of 5. This central gap is important. It separates each side, which is perfect for inserting ICs or chips. In these two images, you can clearly see how a breadboard is connected internally. The two long parallel rows on the sides are the power rails, used for distributing voltage and ground. The main section is made up of small groups of 5 connected holes and are colored in green. In the image on the right, the underside of the breadboard reveals the metal strips inside, showing exactly how these connections are arranged. Now that you know how the breadboard works, let's build a real LED circuit. For our first circuit, we need an LED, a 220 ohm resistor, and a few jumper wires. LEDs have polarity. The long leg is the positive, which is called the anode, and the short leg is the negative, which is called the cathode. Place the LED in the middle, so each leg is on a separate row. We add a 220 ohm resistor to protect the LED. Without it, the LED will burn. Connect pin 8 to the LED's positive leg and connect ground to the ground rail. This is the same blink logic from episode 2, but now it controls a real LED on your breadboard. Let's upload the code and see how it works. Great, you just built your first LED circuit on a breadboard. Now, let's take it up a level. We're adding 5 LEDs and making a sequence, like a chaser effect. Each LED needs its own resistor, or you can use one resistor for the whole ground rail. I'll show you the first method for now. We connect the LEDs to pins 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. All the negatives go to ground through the resistors. This loop turns each LED one at a time. This is your first animation and is the foundation for advanced Arduino projects. Let's break this down carefully. Int means integer, basically whole numbers. Here we are creating something called an array. An array is like a list of values stored under one name. Instead of creating 5 separate variables, we store all LED pin numbers inside one organized list. So LEDs 0 means the first LED pin, which is pin 8, LEDs 1 means pin 9, and so on. Think of it like 5 boxes labeled from 0 to 4, each containing a pin number. This is our first for loop. A loop repeats code automatically. We start with a variable called I, which starts at 0. This means that the loop continues as long as I is less than 5. After each cycle, I is increased by 1. So this loop runs 5 times, once for each LED. Each time it selects the next LED pin from the array. So instead of writing 5 separate pinMode lines, the loop does all the work for us. This loop works the same way, but now we're controlling LEDs one by one. digitalWrite turns the current LED on. We wait 200 milliseconds, turn the current LED off, and then move to the next LED. This is powerful because with arrays and loops you can control many components with very little code. As projects get bigger, loops make your code cleaner, faster, and easier to manage. Bonus tip, you can also reverse the sequence, speed it up, or create animations just by changing the loop logic. Let's upload the code and see how it works. Amazing! Today you learned how breadboards work, how to build LED circuits, and how to create your first LED animation on Arduino. Also, you just learned one of the most important concepts in programming, arrays and loops. These two tools will be used in almost every advanced Arduino project you build. In episode 4, we'll learn how to read inputs using buttons and control LEDs interactively. If you want to continue learning, subscribe and check the full playlist. And if you have questions, drop them in the comments. See you next time.